It's a whole new week here on Revved Up. Now, you're probably wondering why we are filming a motoring show at a national stadium. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, we're at the Mandela National Stadium here in Nambole. That's mainly because this week's car has got that much national importance. So on Revved Up, we do feel the same energy the Uganda Cranes fans come through these gates with to watch the Uganda Cranes is the same energy they need to appreciate the car that is on the show this very week. Hey, I'm Andrew Kabuura, and this is Revved Up.
On this edition of Revved Up,
All right, so once again, welcome to Revved Up for this very week at the Mandela National Stadium. Now, we said we have a very big car of national importance. That's the reason we are shooting from here this very week. Now, we are rushing through to make sure we get to that car. But let's not just over-rush. Don't over-rush on the streets yourself. Make sure your car is in fine condition. Now, here on Revved Up, we make sure you're always secure on the streets here in Kampala. Here is Car Care.
Car Care, brought to you by Shell Helix. Today on Car Care, we look at some of the most common dashboard warning signs and how to deal with them. Engine warning light. Most drivers should be familiar with it as it flashes when the ignition is turned on until the engine actually starts. If, however, the light does not go off once the engine is started, this means that there is a malfunction, which could be a small thing to fix or a sign of a much larger problem. ABS warning light. If the ABS light comes on, that usually indicates there's a faulty condition somewhere in the ABS brake system that the ABS computer is detecting. Have your car checked as soon as possible. Battery charge warning light. This means your battery has a problem, which could either be a loose terminal, a broken alternator drive belt, or an alternator failure. Turn your engine off and be sure to take the car to a mechanic as soon as possible. Finally, the oil warning light will flare up if the temperature of the oil is too hot or if you're running out of oil in your vehicle. Without oil, the engine will not be properly lubricated and the damage can be very costly. Fill up an oil at the nearest gas station. Keeping your car maintained is a constant job, but luckily, it will usually tell you what's wrong if you pay attention to the warning signs and don't ignore them. If you are among those who crave a sneak peek into the future of transportation, you need look no further than the Mercedes-Benz concept cars. Hot on the heels of the driverless Mercedes F015 is the equally sleek and silvery Mercedes F125. In keeping with other futuristic vehicles, the F125 is incredibly environmentally friendly, powered by hydrogen fuel cells and emitting nothing but water vapor. Because there are 4 fuel cell-powered engines located near the wheels, this car decidedly surpasses other electric and battery-fueled engines by generating a surprisingly mighty amount of 308 horsepower at its peak. There is room for 4 in this luxury vehicle, with only 2 massive gull-wing doors. However, as there's no divide between the front and rear seats, entering and exiting this car can be done with ease. If the capacity of the car is not quite filled, the front passenger seat can be folded down to create a reclining chair and footstool for the backseat passenger. Since the driver would not be able to access such levels of comfort, there are a number of features installed to ease his task as well. Internet, email, and navigation are voice-controlled, and by using simple hand gestures, some functions are performed, such as turning on the wipers or indicators, or lowering and raising the temperature. With a proposed due date of 2025, we can no more than eagerly await the arrival of the Mercedes-Benz F125 and hope that its reality is as spectacular as its concept.
All right, so on this week's Celebrity Rides, we come to yet another big celebrity in town. He's not in your papers or on your television every other week for, singing or acting, but he is a rich celebrity. Let's go with that. So what I did this week was to put on the PSG jersey. We all know PSG is one of the richer football clubs, and that's mainly because we're also coming to one of the richer garages, or you could say parking lots here in the country. So hey, this is my celebrity for the week.
Hi, my name is Eddie Chene. Come check out my rides.
All right, so this week we've driven as far as Muyenga to catch up with our celebrity for this break. He's already introduced himself as Eddie Chene, and he's got 4 beautiful, powerful, expensive cars in his parking lot. So let's really catch up with these cars. Chene, thank you very much for inviting us to your house. For starters, before we talk about your cars, there's a very big 2-worded statement that has been sent out in the media recently, newspapers, television, radio, called the Rich Gang. What is the Rich Gang?
Rich Gang is just a group of guys, brothers, who like hustling and good life.
All right, so let's look at the cars Chene has got in his parking lot this week. He has 4 in a sale. We can't film those for now, but there are those in Kampala today. Take a look, come, as we go through his rides. All right, so let's go through the 4 cars that Ed has in his parking lot this very week. We're starting off with a Ford Mustang. Now, I'll tell you something. This is a very American car, very popular in America, but it's also one of the more expensive and rare cars here in Uganda. You won't find more than 5 in the country at the moment, unless, of course, I haven't seen them anywhere on the streets in Kampala. It's more of a fast, powerful racing car. Why do you get this one?
The fact that it performs and the sound is good, that's what I liked about it.
You like the sound, you like that powerful thing on the streets. Ford Mustang, ladies and gentlemen, let's go to the next car. All right, so the next car we are talking about is one of the more complicated cars to get into the country, mainly because Audi does not really have a dealership here. We have the 2013 Audi A5, a beautiful car, very powerful car as well. What exactly do you look out for, by the way? Before we even look at the other 2 cars, you as Ed of the Rich Gang, what exactly do you look out for? What do you say, I'm looking for this, I'm looking for this, I'm looking for this?
I think I look for performance, the beauty, and of course the price.
Yeah, the price.
Yeah.
Let me ask you, if we shall talk about the price of all the 4 cars later, by the way, which kind of might scare you. But let me ask you something. Is this the kind of car you go to for a big business meeting as compared to the Mustang? What kind of events do you think you'd go to this car with, you as Ed?
I think when I want to go to a beach, club, use this.
This is the car.
Yeah.
So we've talked about the Mustang now. We've talked about the A5, the Audi. Let's go to the next car. This is the X6 Ejene's 3rd car. We said he has 4 cars in his parking lot. We shall, of course, go also show you something, a thing or two about its interior. This is more popular, though. This is more popular now in the country. Are you now, because you're so into new cars, are you now starting to think maybe you should dispose this one off and get a new one?
You know, in this country, you need a 4x4 because of the roads.
Yeah,
so this one helps me to go up countries, and I think every guy must have a BMW.
A big car. 1, 2, 3. Let's go to number 4. All right, so we've seen the Mustang, we've seen the Audi, we've seen the BMW. Now we have to look at his final car in the parking lot today. It's a Chrysler. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the car he says he uses most of the times, most of the day. It's a 300C. It's a 3-liter engine, very, very expensive car as well to maintain here in Kampala. But in conclusion, what are you looking up to now? What are you looking up to? Because we've seen the Mustang, the Ford Mustang. We've seen the Audi. We've seen the BMW. We've seen the Chrysler. Now, what car are you looking to bring next?
I don't know yet. Yeah, but of course I've got dreams.
Let me ask you something, Chene. How much, in general, do you think you've spent on all these 4 cars?
I can't tell. It's quite expensive.
All right, Chene.
Sure.
Quick break. When we get back, we'll look at the big interview of the week.
I'd like to welcome onto Revved Up Ronald Batanda. He is the underwriting manager for retail for UAP Insurance. Ronald, tell us about the background of UAP in Uganda.
UAP has been providing insurance services in Uganda since 1971. We major in general insurance and life insurance.
And why is it important, do you think, to have motor insurance?
Motor insurance, I think, in my opinion and the general market conditions, is that motor insurance is important to cover you against damage to your motor vehicle or injury to individuals, bystanders on the road, or even damage to property that could be either vehicles or physical structures. Ordinarily, motor insurance could be categorically split into the motor statutory third party, which most of us have, but most importantly, you need to have also an enhanced cover, which is the motor comprehensive insurance, which ideally would cover you against damage to your own vehicle, which would cover damage to other property, and also cover injury to other people on the road. So it's those are the aspects of motor insurance. At UAP, we have crafted two very specific products. I'll focus on one that is the winner, in my opinion. It's called the Gold Insurance Cover. Ideally here, we focus on covering you for the benefits that have already been highlighted, but go ahead to extend it to cover the benefits such as political risks and terrorism. We do cover your personal effects in the vehicle. We do cover you for the East African coverage. Anywhere within the East African coverage, you're covered. We do offer you an AAU membership card where your vehicle could be towed at no additional cost after an accident. I think these are some of the key critical benefits for this gold cover. When you have an accident, it's very, very paramount that at a bare minimum, you need to inform your insurers of the accident. That could be preferably verbally on phone. The other is that you will be provided with a claim form to detail the details of the accident. And then you'll also be requested to provide your vehicle for inspection along with a repair or replacement cost.
Do you have any personal testimonies or experiences you'd like to share?
I think for me, one is personal, is that I've had my own motor vehicle that was a total write-off, repaired by UAP, which is a personal testimony for me. The other is that I've also referred a few of my friends who have actually taken out insurance, and I've also been compensated. And the beauty about it is that they all took this insurance casually, but the speed that we took, the efficiency to have them compensated, is the thrill that they enjoyed from the compensation from UAP.
So after you've had the accident, it doesn't take long before you get the compensation. It's not a long process.
The process is not long. We do have a documented key process. We have people who guide you along the process. So the experience is exceptional at UAP. I think if you're looking for satisfaction, you would go to other insurance companies. If you're looking for an experience, a unique experience that is unique to your needs, I would highly recommend UAP Insurance, because that's what we offer, and that's our promise.
Well, thank you to UAP for being one of the sponsors of Revved Up, and thank you for being with us, Ronald.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
Now, on a normal Uganda Cranes match day, the federation, that is FUFA, sells tickets to you to have seats like these ones in the VIP. Now, the car bonds in Uganda are also selling cars to you to enjoy your driving experience. So what we're doing on Revved Up is to show you the best from the bonds. Take a look at cars you actually can acquire from the different bonds at different prices, just fit within your budget.
After the launch of the Kira EV in 2011, Kira Motors Corporation embarked on developing a flagship vehicle, the Kira Smack. This concept car, made in Uganda, is a hybrid powered by a rechargeable battery and an internal combustion generator. This design makes it both environmentally friendly and fuel efficient. Designed as a 5-seater sedan, the Kira EV Smack is a front-wheel drive vehicle with a maximum speed of up to 140 kilometers per hour.
They have 3 cars out now, Kira Motors, and this is the Kira Smack, the one I'm seated right in. It's such an important and proud moment for Uganda. As a matter of fact, when I sit in this car, I feel nationalistic. I feel such a patriot. I feel I'm supporting what is Ugandan. As a few years from now, we shall be having cars written on "Made in Uganda." Ladies and gentlemen, that is how easy it is. So we are shooting from the Mandela National Stadium, and because this car is such a big national asset, I decided, how about I also come with one of the more popular t-shirts, in the country, that is Uganda Cranes. I'm just trying to look patriotic on today's shoot. All right, now since this car is just one piece in the country, it hasn't been on the streets, I have to confess to you guys, I don't know anything about this car. So what we've done is bring in the experts to take us through the specifications of this car. And joining me on the set today is Richard Madanda, who is of course the Director Product Development, Kira Motors. Thank you very much for joining us.
Nice meeting you, Andrew.
Congratulations, man. Congratulations. Look at this.
Yeah, thank you.
Guys, we have a car in this country.
We're also very proud of it.
Before we go any far, they are calling it the Kira Smack. Smack. Why is it the Kira Smack?
Well, we had a group of students who inspired us. Those were from, I think, a popular school, high school called SMAC. And because they actually had a lot of ideas about hybrid cars and so on, and we worked with them at the initial concept.
Which of these body parts is made here?
Well, as you can see, actually the entire body is actually fabricated here. The tires, you'd expect us to buy them, so we don't make tires here. And the interior, the seats you're actually seated on, are all made here by our artisans.
Yeah. Now in 2015, I was so lucky to be in Congo Brazzaville for the All Africa Games. And the vans they were using inside the arena were electric vans. But then you would have to drive, then they have to charge. And for me, it looked a risk in a country where the power isn't that good, where the charging areas aren't that comfortable. What did you do with this car to make sure it's not fully down to the batteries?
So to mitigate those issues of charging ports and so on, we tried to make this one a hybrid car. You can run on electric as much as you have charge, and when you don't actually have charge, you can engage the engine mode. And of course, our engine mode, it doesn't run the wheels. It runs as a generator to charge your batteries and also power your car. So you can actually go as far as you want.
Look, there's so many things we can discuss about this car, but let's talk about its power, because I love power. Car fans love power. You want to feel the power of a vehicle. What's the power of this one? If you're on a straight road, what's the power and what is maximum speed?
Well, I'll give you the specs, maximum speed. When you're on only electric, that's you have only one system powering the car, you can go as far as the top speed is 85 kilometers per hour. Now, if you have both the electric and the conventional system, the engine, powering the car, you can go up to 150 kilometers per hour.
The interior is spacious and fitted with accessories you'll find in most modern sedans, including a keyless entry system, push-button start, leather seats, and a multimedia system.
This entire body of this car is made here by our artisans and technicians. The finishing, the bends and everything, the curves are all achieved using hand. The interior of this car, all this sewing and knitting together of everything is made here. The seats are all made here. We have a state-of-the-art infotainment system in the vehicle for information and also entertainment. It is a push-to-start vehicle. You don't need a car key. These are traditional keys. As long as you have this is actually your key. If it's not here, you can't start the car, so it's very important. In addition to the traditional instrument cluster, we have This is called a display, a cam view display. It gives you it feeds the driver with vital information about the systems of the car, the state of the battery, the state of the motor. So this is very important for the driver. It's a driver's aid. The driver can know when the battery is about to get finished before he can switch on to the other systems and all that information. As you've seen, this is a proof of concept vehicle. Most of these systems have not been manufactured, or there's no large-scale production of this car. Everything is one of its kind in Uganda. So some of these things you may not be able to see them in vehicles you see out there because it's a proof of concept.
And I know this is completely out of range. This is just for the benefit of the Ugandans out there. If you were to price this car,
Well, I would say this car right now is priceless because it's the one of its kind. But we intend to start producing cars of this kind, sedans, and they will be at a price at around $25,000 US.
Yeah?
For a new car,
this
is really cheap.
For a new car made in Uganda.
Yeah, this is really cheap.
Well done. I tell you what, it's a very nice feeling. Very nice feeling to sit in a car that you know is manufactured here in Uganda, or at least assembled here in Uganda. I feel so Ugandan. I feel so happy about it.
The possibility of transportation technology being locally engineered in Uganda will inspire Ugandans to accomplish more. With full-scale production set to begin in 2018, Kira Motors is on course to provide Ugandans with a quality product mix of vehicles made in Uganda.
All right, thank you very much, guys, for joining us this week on Revved Up. Now, this is part of the team. So I'm standing between greatness, ladies and gentlemen. This is part of the team that makes sure Uganda is manufacturing its own cars. So, guys, from a nationalistic perspective, thank you very, 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 very much. Thank you very much for making sure we have cars like these ones. Now, we also have to thank our sponsors out there. We have to thank UAP Insurance, Shell, Helix, and of course, Kira Motors, who have made sure the show is very successful. We're going to post all pictures of the car, all the different areas in terms of segments and parts of the car on our Facebook page, that is Revved Up Uganda. Or better still, you can go to our YouTube channel, that is Revved Up Uganda, and watch all the shows. Thank you very much, guys, for joining us this week. We are talking Uganda, we are keeping it Ugandan, and we are saying in a few weeks, in a few years, we shall have a car that is written on Made in Uganda. Thank you, guys.
Next week on Revved Up.